Hi, my name is Hunter, and welcome to my first YouTube video. If you're watching this, you probably know me from the Enjenir Discord channel as GHF. This is my first video, and if you have any constructive criticism, feedback, or video ideas, please let me know. But if you're rude, I swear to God. Anyways, this is a video about my creations, funny ideas, and best builds so far, so I hope you enjoy them. But I have so many creations and builds to show you, so let's get started. So this is what I would consider my first cool build or creation, and yeah, it's just a non-functional crane. But what I think is probably the coolest thing about this are the blocks that I use for the counterweight, which are right here. Without these blocks, it would just toppled over consistently, and to get them just right took probably a better part of an hour. And yes, I did spend an hour just balancing blocks. But with that out of the way, let's move on. This was my first take at a suspension bridge in this game, and it's pretty basic, but it is solely supported by the wood chains on either side. And I want to tell you a brief history on these rope chains. So the devs didn't include ropes into the demo, but the community discovered how to make their own. These wooden ropes, or wooden chains, are what allowed this suspension bridge and many of my mechanical builds to exist. Here's another quick build featuring the wood ropes. These wooden chains are really strong and they're a lot of fun to build, and I really hope that the actual ropes they add are just as strong and usable as these are. Here's another build using the wood chains, but I built this not to illustrate the chains, but to just make a pretty cable-stayed bridge. I don't know if it's cable-stayed, correct me, but I think it is. This one is really pretty and really simple, so I really enjoy it and I'm just going to let it play out. So this is my first build for the second weekly challenge that was issued by the developers. And of course I named it Tater Toilet. This one's pretty self-explanatory, so I'm just going to let it play out. Now, I said that was my first build. This was my second entry into the challenge, and this is the start of my mechanical creations. I was sitting in Discord while I was making this, and I was trying to come up with a funny name. Well, one of the fellows in the Discord spoke German, and he suggested Kartoffel Conveyor. So, I figured that would be perfect. And don't mind that piece, we don't need it. So now I want to show you a couple more mechanical creations, and I think you're going to like them. This is an elevator that I am positive would pass all safety regulations. So as you can see here, the counterweights go down and he goes up using the wood chains. Here is one more look at that, and I was able to complete the level afterwards, just took me a little bit of finagling on the top. Now, in this game, missions that involve the engineer often require you to control him to complete the task, but I beg to differ. Now, this mission in the game requires you to build a cantilever bridge to hold the platform and for you to walk to the platform. But with rotators and wood chains, the real solution becomes obvious. When I first built this, it was complete chance that it completed at all, and I was sitting in Discord when I got my first run to complete, and here's our reaction.
Oh, oh my god. Oh my god.
Yo! Come on! Yes!
Yes!
Holy shit! Yeah. And as you can see, we were hype. And now, here's a catapult. And as you can see, he got launched. Very far. My favorite part about this catapult are the beams right here, which let him release earlier in the swing to prevent him from slamming into the ground. But that catapult took a lot of tries to get right, so naturally, I decided to torture him some. Now earlier I showed a build where you didn't have to take control of the Enjenir to complete the build. I wanted to do that again, but much simpler. And as it turns out, all you really need to complete anything is just a big kick in the ass. Speaking of that, did you see that? I did. Anyways, big shout out to the devs for making such an amazing game. The rest of the clips here are just clips I didn't feel the need to commentate on, but they're still pretty cool. But anyways, thanks guys. Peace.